Ryne Sandberg, what's going on with his family, Mr. Gus?
Yes, best second baseman ever, had prostate cancer, came back, and then he passed away. While he was very ill, he revised, while he was he was pretty sick, he revised part of his estate plan informally rather than, having attorneys and notaries and all that. And what it was about was controlling of what's called a media trust. He gave the best Hall of Fame speech ever, by the way, for MLB. He had 9 Gold Gloves. There's all this media about him, and so there's revenue that does live beyond him. Well, that was set up in the real original documents to be his 2 natural children and the stepmom. And she was with Ryne a long time. Nobody's got a problem with. But when he was ready to pass away, he revised the control of that media trust to add her son and her financial planner. And he wrote on the top, majority rules, meaning now you got the 2 boys, but the 3 people from the other end of the family, blended family. So they have filed suit in Lake County Circuit Court against the stepmom, saying that there's no way that he could have known what he was doing based how sick he was. That's the only part I'm going to talk about, the family. What I wanted to talk about was, can somebody last minute revise a will when they can't get to the lawyer? Is there law on such things? Is there precedent on such things? The handwritten note or the text, whatever it is, that's not part of the big trust file with the notaries and the binders? And the answer is maybe. It's a total factual trial on what the standard is. Who was around? What did the medical diagnosis that morning say? Did people notice the capacity? And it can be done. It's an uphill battle. I would say the majority are not sustained as valid as if you went to the law office and got witnesses and everything. But this could be either way. I mean, he was convalescing. He was alive. It was 2 weeks before he passed away. He was communicating with the outside world and media and things. People were, the MLB fans were just so glad to hear anything that he was still living. But yeah, there basically is what we call discovery. Somebody in the hospital gets a deposition, the nurse. What did he say during the day when no one was there? Was he cognizant of what he was doing? The law really doesn't want to get in the way of what he really wanted to do. That would be a shame if the law would screw your desires when you really wanted to do it. You hate formalities to get in the way of what a person wanted, especially when they're sick. That's a time of reflection. They start seeing heaven coming, and so they often make serious decisions that mean a lot because they know they're not going to be around later. So that it sometimes is very motivated decisions. I've seen it for 40 years. So the issue is we don't know where it's going to go, but the answer is, in case people do take a note into the nursing home with their mom or dad or grandpa and say, sign here, you're better off, if you have time, to get somebody to make a house call with that person with witnesses, and then have maybe even a disinterested party there to say, now you sure you want to do it? You excuse the family members for sure and say, are they pressuring you or is this you? So we'll see where it goes. It just started. It's public record. It's been in all the media, so I'm not picking on the family by any means. But that's what happened. It was a change from the control of the stepmom and the 2 boys to, which would have been, 1 blood family member or 2 blood family members and then the stepmom, to, again, her son and their financial advisor. So right now, if majority rules and they happen to team up without regard to the natural children's wishes, again, it's not on the whole estate plan, but it's this media trust of the control of the money. I think that they're not cutting out the income or anything, but it's the control, the committee that is going to manage that trust.